Hello everyone, welcome to Shaun Academy. Today in this video, we're going to learn how to start a game rental business. My name is Shaun Randall and I'll be your business advisor in this video. Now before we start your game rental business, let's take a closer look at what goes into starting a game rental business and how we can make yours profitable. The first step in starting your game rental business is to create a business plan. In your business plan, we're going to create a business description section where we will outline how we intend to win the market. Here's an example of how you should write a business description in your game rental business plan. Business description. The main concept of the business is to rent video games for consoles. These includes Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. The type of video game store planned in this report will not have PC games in its inventory, as PC games often require registering the game online. The planned business will not have any handheld games either, as there are many different handheld systems and variations of different manufacturer systems, and it will cost too much to acquire a comprehensive game selection for each platform. The store will be located somewhere in Miami, Florida, in a location that has a potential of reaching a large customer base. If the initial store is successful, further stores can be opened along with the possibility of offering online rental through postal service. The concept of the business will be similar to that of movie rental stores. The main difference in the operation method will come from the higher cost of games when compared to movies, and the longer time it takes to pass a game than it does to watch a movie. Initially, no drinks or snacks will be sold, but they may be added later on. The competitive advantage that this type of business has is that by offering the option of rental instead of buying a game, consumers are able to experience a game for a lower price than that they would if they buy it in full. It should be popular, especially amongst people interested in single-player games with a short duration, but could have a harder time in attracting customers interested in games that focus on the multiplayer aspects of the game. This is because single-player games has a path that ends in a goal. Once this goal is reached and the game has been passed, the motivation to repeat the same thing again is lowered, and often these types of games are played only once, therefore lowering the incentive to own the game for further playthroughs. Multiplayer games, however, have no real goal and straightforward path to take, and rather offer open-ended play with no real end. As a result, they can offer much more gameplay and can keep their interest much longer, which means that the consumer has more incentive to own the game for further play in the future. So as you can see here, we explained that the video game will be rented for consoles such as the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch, and that the store will be located somewhere in Miami, Florida, in a location with a high potential customer base. This right here demonstrates that we have a clear idea of where and why we want to start our game rental business. We further went on to say that we won't have drinks or snacks at first, but that they will be added later. We also highlighted our competitive advantage by explaining that by offering the option of renting a game rather than buying it, consumers can experience a game for a lower price than they would if they bought it full price. Now, in order to improve our game rental business plan, we will include how we plan to rent stores and acquire store assets. Renting a store and acquiring store assets. When renting a store, a written lease should be signed, preferably a fixed-term one for a certain amount of years. The lease itself should contain all the required information, such as the information of the store that is being leased and what it is leased for, how long the lease is for, the names of the participant and the business ID, the cost of the rent, and any information on the rent increases, when the store can be used, and all of the required signatures. There are several different assets that needs to be purchased before the store can open for business. Naturally, the video games themselves are one such thing, and they are also the most expensive part of all the assets. A GameStop store has usually over 2,000 different titles in their inventory, but the store plan in this report will have considerably less during the first year of operation, as it will mainly focus on recently released titles, whereas GameStop has games from throughout the different consoles' life cycles. The store will have about 200 different titles during the first year of operation, and as there will be more than one copy for the more popular games, the total will be around 250 games. As games have a shorter shelf life than movies and are more expensive to buy, a balance between limiting the amount of games bought and meeting customers' demands needs to be found. While the plan is to buy about 250 games, the final amount will be determined based on the price of the games that will have to be negotiated with distributors and the budget for buying games. When it comes to starting a video game rental business, it is critical to understand the essential aspects of the industry. You want to make sure that your business has a unique selection as well as great prices. If you found this video helpful, click on the like button to show your appreciation. Also, leave a comment below if you'd like us to make a long, detailed follow-up video to learn more about how to start a game rental business. And don't forget to click the subscribe button for more videos from Shaun Academy, an extension for education.